Okay, there's a good scene for you, Finn. Sorry, the car ran out and I was starting to rant a bit, but you know, I suppose you do. I think honestly I could say I've been aggrieved, you know. But if I get to produce the root hairs I've seen before on Joshua Benar, you know, the thick, lovely red root hairs with roots with lovely red root hairs, well, it'll be all worth it, I reckon. But as I said, I'm getting to something really. I've got this cyanophyta growing on this bloody waste paper stuff, and it gets washed off with the rain, and it grows back, and it gets washed again, and it grows back. And I'm thinking, oh yes, that's a very good sign. I think, you know, there's a perpetual cycle going on there. I'm thinking, oh yes, you know, once you set up the system, it sort of, you know, reinvigorates itself, sort of, if that's the word or phrase I'm looking for, and that gives you, definitely a positive feedback cycle, you know, even just a static one, you know, and just keeps going round in a loop. But once you've got a cycle going, you can actually start to, you know, make it exponential, start to slowly, small increments at one end of the cycle can build to the other end of the cycle, and around it goes again. And so over a number of seasons you start to build, accumulate, and you know, but you've got to start from somewhere, and of course we haven't really had a starting point up until probably now. An old theory that's shown some merit, you know, so I've gone back to the made a couple of more bottom land rhodium formulation with this thesis, you know, not thesis, this hypothesis in mind, and we'll see what happens. But we might get a few surprises. I expect to get, there's got to be something really fundamentally skew for, and where did we get in? I've got lost now. I'll probably have to go through somewhere down here somewhere. Oh, here we go, down here I think. But anyway, back through here. I mean, even the flowers look quite cute when they're on the ground after they finished, you know, moss and everything everywhere. I'm gas bagging too much, wasting. Like I said, I'm onto my third card. I've got Gideon's thing. I'm saving Gideon's one for when we're down the road there, because I might, you know, film it going in there, upload it to the computer, and maybe post it back to him, sort of thing. Because he reckons, now this is what he reckons, that the clips on the card are always better when they're on the card, sort of thing. I'm thinking, doesn't that go against all this digital bullshit they keep telling us? You know? Hang on, I've got to put the can down, fellas, I think. You know, they keep saying, oh, it's digital, nothing ever changes, you know, it's always the noughts and the ones, you know. Once it's there for all time. And I'm thinking, well, if the quality's better on the card, you've obviously transferred it from the card to the computer. You've obviously, what he's telling me is you've lost some sort of quality transferring it from the card to the computer. I'm thinking, well, it doesn't match up with the bullshit they talk about. It's always the same, never loses its quality. Well, it's obviously lost its quality being transferred from the card to the computer. And then they'll say, oh, well, it's the program that's used to transfer it or something. I'm going to say, well, can't you get your act together and come up with a program, a universal program that's the best that you've got at the moment, and it's been tested over time, you know, something that's built and based on some fundamental mathematical principle of transferability or something, or incorruptibility, you know, one-to-one correspondence or something, I don't know. But anyway, we're going back up here on night seeing fireworks rather than night seeing foliage. And you got to remind me, fellas, to put the blue tack back on. And well, this when we drive out, you get to see what we didn't get to see driving in. Okay, at least we started a new card, so for a while I don't have to worry about losing any of that driving footage. Anyway, over and out for now. Next thing is we'll be driving out, I reckon.